Welcome back to Triple Op Sports Talk. I'm Josh. I still haven't
Bryce
figured
is
this
up
camera
here.
thing. See, Bryce is over here on me.
I'm
See,
that's
we're,
me.
we're, we're all messed up. They're somewhere on this screen. Pod 144, and we have it. We have hit it. We have hit NFL season, at least in podcast reasons. Hall of Fame game was this past Thursday. I don't know if anyone got a chance to watch.
Yeah,
Low
Don't watch
Really?
preseason.
low key electric game for no reason and didn't need to be, but good for football.
Andrew Billings getting to work for the Cardinals.
We are jumping right in. We are doing. We said we're going to do two divisions every week till the season. So we're going to do the same. West, East, North, South. We're starting with the West, and we're going to start with the NFC West. So, jumping right into it, we're going to go right in. Fourth from last season, we'll alternate. I'll go first. Fourth was the Arizona Cardinals. They missed the playoffs last year. Some changes they've made. They've hired Mike LaFleur to replace Jonathan Gannon. They retained their defensive coordinator, Nick Rallis. Don't know much about him. Major roster additions. They added Isaac Samalo, standout guard, according to AI. $31.5 million for 3 years. Honestly, it's pretty good, $10 million a year. Bijan's backup from the last few years, Tyler Algier, brought in on a 2-year, $12 million deal. Jacoby Brissett staying there. Re-agree on a new reworked deal. Give him more money. Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver, brought in. Devin Duvernay, wide receiver, brought in. And then some depth signings. Mark Pryor, Roy Lopez, Andrew Billings, and Jack Gibbons. And then on the release and departures, Kyler Murray was released, former number 1 overall pick. And then to clear cap space, Evan Brown and Dalvin Tomlinson. And then one thing I know I will say, they took Jeremiah Love with the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft. So that's really another big addition is running back. Anyone want to talk about the Cardinals first?
They're going to be bad. They're not going to be very good. I mean, no quarterback, rookie running back. Their line was never very good for Kyler Murray, and it had to do with him. He scrambled around a lot, and that was a problem. I just think this team, they've got some young pieces. They got a couple of years to mature. They're just not going to be very good this year.
Yeah, still a big gap at quarterback with Jacoby Brissett. I like adding Tyler Algier. He's a good running back. He'll help fill the backfield. But the big signing's Andrew Billings. I don't know if you guys know about him. He is about 400-pound D tackle who just blows it up. He is awesome to watch.
Yeah, I mean, this team, Jacoby Brissett is just a journeyman quarterback who's, there to eat a couple years into the future, hopefully. Tyler Algier's a nice 1-2 punch. This team probably wants to run the hell out of the ball, signing the guard, drafting Jeremiah Love, who could be a superstar. I know number 3 is early for running back, but at the end of the day, if he's the best player on the board and you think he can be an all-pro running back, it's probably worth the pick because they have so many holes. They don't really need to get cute and say, oh, we can get running back later. They need everything. So I don't hate the pick for them. Mike LaFleur, offensive guy. Where did he come from? It's been too long, I can't remember. He was really good last year.
I don't know.
Is that Matt LaFleur's brother?
It is Matt LaFleur's brother. I'm trying to see. I don't know. I don't remember where he was the season before. The Rams. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I know he came from somewhere that was good. So he's coming from the Rams under Sean McVay. That can never be a bad thing from history. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to be good. They're not going to make the playoffs. Hopefully Jeremiah Love can be good, and maybe some of their younger players on defense can be good, and it can be a building block here. But they're in a really tough division, and they're just not good. It is what it is. All right, number 3 last year. Who wants it?
I'll read it. San Francisco 49ers, they lost in division to the Los Angeles Rams. Their major additions and trades, Osa Dio, whatever his name, defensive lineman.
Osa
Reading this one.
Osa
Okay.
Odigizua.
He was acquired from Dallas. Then you got Mike Evans, the wide receiver, signed a 3-year deal. Christian Kirk came in, signed a 1-year deal. Nate Hobbs, this cornerback, he signed a 1-year deal here. And then not on here, but Debo Samuel came back and signed. Eddie Pinero is going to be their kicker. They've had some kicking problems in the past, so he's historically been decent, so we'll see. He should be all right. Key resignings in depth. Jake Tongs, tight end. Luke Gifford, the linebacker, and their O-line depth. Veterans Lowe and Toth. Their key departures: lost offensive lineman Spencer Buford, safety Jason Pinnock, edge rusher Farrell, and Goss Matos. Whatever.
I love football names. They're so funny.
Yeah, I just can't. And you got this tiny writing. Linebacker D. Winters to the Cowboys and released defensive tackle Kevin Givens.
I'll go first on the Niners. Definitely a down year for them in their standards. I mean, San Francisco the last, 7-8 years has really ran the table in this division and gotten to the Super Bowl a few times. Haven't won either of them against the Chiefs, but they were banged up last year. I mean, a lot of teams get banged up, and I understand. But it feels like one year a decent team gets just riddled with injuries, and it's just an abysmal year. This was them for this year, and they still found a way to get into the playoffs. They were so banged up and continue to find a way. I can see his face. Their coach, Shanahan. I thought he did an excellent job last year.
And he's going to be out for a little while because he got in a car wreck. So that's another thing to add into this.
But, this team is good on paper. I don't know what you're going to get with George Kittle, and I don't know when he's going to be back coming off his Achilles tear. Purdy was in and out last year. I'm not a big Purdy believer, but he gets the job done, I guess. I'll give him that. Bringing Debo back, like you guys named. Bringing Mike Evans, who, let's be honest, never should have left Tampa. It's going to look disgusting with him in a Niners uniform. But whatever. Oso Digizua, good pass rusher and D-tackle. He just can't stop the run. Christian Kirk, I like their additions. I do. They're also going to get back Fred Warner, who I believe also tore his Achilles or some lower body injury.
Lower body.
Yeah. So if this team is healthy and playing well, they're as good as anyone in the league. But we got to see, if they can stay healthy at this point. 'Cause some of those guys are getting a little older. I mean, they're not as young as they were, 4 or 5 years ago playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So,
yeah, this team obviously was riddled with injuries last year. I like their additions, but to me, this team feels like they had that contender, lost some of the pieces to it. Some people got banged up, and now they added a bunch of people who are what-ifs, in my opinion. Like Mike Evans is a what-if. He was on and off injury all year last year. He's older. It's probably his last contract. Christian Kirk is at up and down years. Debo Samuel, I didn't think had a great year last year. He keeps seeming to get fatter every single year. Maybe coming back to San Francisco, he'll ignite. So there's just a lot of what-ifs to this team with me. And if all these players play good and stay healthy, I think they could be really good. It's just, with Brock Purdy, he has to have the stars around him, in my opinion. He's such a good game manager, but he's not like a go-win-a-playoff game guy, in my opinion. So it just depends on how their skill position people play.
Yep. Yeah, last year was a big – you say injuries. They lost a lot last year. You got to think. They lost Debo Samuels. They lost – Brandon Ayuk didn't even – he just went – he just vanished. And then George Kittle got hurt. Huh?
Debo's been gone for 2 years.
What I'm saying is last year Ayuk left or just vanished, Yeah. I'm just saying they've had guys leaving. So they've never had – and then Kittle got hurt. The only person that stayed on has been consistent last year, not the year before that, was McCaffrey. And he's still by far the best running back in the league, in my opinion. He's just unreal. When he gets the ball in his hand and gets them open. Adding Mike Evans to go with Debo, because Debo also put in the backfield to help McCaffrey. That's when they were really decent, was when they had McCaffrey and Debo both back there. And then you had some, Ayuk and all these guys on the outside. Now you've got Mike Evans back there. And Christian Kirk's a good possession receiver. He's always been that guy. He's never been flashy. He's just a guy, he'll get 3 or 4 catches and get that first down. You got him going short and Evans going deep. and then you got Samuels going in the middle, and with McCaffrey on the flats, and then you can get whenever you get Kittle back and somewhat healthy. I mean, this team's going to can be dangerous. They can stay healthy. That defense is getting stronger. They made some good draft picks on the defensive side, so they're going to be. This is a team that just Kyle Shanahan's is a good coach. Can he win the big games? Always been the question. Now it's just going to be, can this team's got the talent? How far will they go?
Yeah. All right, second place team, Bryce.
All right, in second place, the Los Angeles Rams lost in the NFC Championship to the Seahawks, which was basically the Super Bowl. Major trades and additions. They acquired Myles Garrett, the big blockbuster trade of the offseason, in exchange for Jared Verse and some draft picks. Added Trent McDuffie, added Jalen Watson, and added Joe Cardona and Grant Stord. Some retentions and extensions they had was Cam Curl, Tyler Higbee at tight end, and Sean McVay and Les Snead. They drafted Ty Simpson, Max Clare, Keegan Tross, C.J. Daniels, and Tim Keenan III. To me, this team is clearly the Super Bowl favorite, in my opinion. Adding Myles Garrett to that already stellar defense is just insane. And then they're working out Aaron Donald right now, who knows if he'll sign, to go along with probably the best offense in the league. It really just depends. Like, I haven't seen any regression out of Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's coming off an MVP season, and he's like 45. He's been playing my whole life, and he's still out there dominating. To me, it's their season to win the Super Bowl, and if they don't, it's a failed season, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh no, these teams stacked. They're really good. They've got talent all over the place. The question will be, will they regret drafting Ty Simpson in the first round when you had some other things you could have got? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the problem was this team was so talented. I don't think they really needed, and especially when they got Myles Garrett right after. That's just. I mean, this team defensively is going to be good. Sean McVay may be the best coach, most inventive coach in the league. I mean, that guy has a brain. I think he just thinks 5 steps ahead. He's kind of like Sean Payton was when Sean Payton first came in. Now it's Sean McVay. This is just he's one of the best coaches in the league. Matthew Stafford just has an arm, and he has so many slots he throws that from. I mean, it's just crazy. It's amazing the consistency they've had. As long as they can stay healthy, they still got some young guys. I mean, they're running backs of Williams and Corum back there. They still just got guys, and that's all they need. And they seem to find even their backups seem to play decent. So they're it's a good franchise run really well.
Yeah, I mean, ever since McVay got there, man, they've been on all cylinders all the way around as an organization. I agree. You talked about the one thing I want to talk about is, will they regret Ty Simpson? And again, I hated the pick. Everyone hated
did you?
Pick. But if any team was going to make it work, it probably would be the Los Angeles Rams with Sean McVay. So it's more of an.
Oh, I'm sure they got some packages out there he made over this offseason to put Ty Simpson like a handoff throw. Who knows? Who knows with McVay?
I mean, getting Myles Garrett, who is the best defensive player in the sport. I mean, he is literally unguardable. Aaron Donald will be back. But I also didn't know that Aaron Donald was like 35 years old. So like
limited snaps.
He's still.
I know he's still absolutely ripped. But I mean, Father Time is undefeated. Will it catch up at some point? Will he look the exact same? I mean, we have to wait to see. He looks the same. Body wise,
I bet he'll have his best season yet.
Yeah. So, but if Aaron Donald plays, I don't even know why we're playing a season unless one of them gets hurt. You can't block those two combined. There's not enough linemen. You could have all 5 on the 2 of them, and it's not enough. So Trent McDuffie, they're all in. I mean, they are. They trade for Trent McDuffie. They give him the big deal. They sign these, second stringers to some deals. Tyler Higbee, Cam Curl. I mean, Cam Curl signed a 3-year, $36 million deal is unheard of. I know he's a good player, but I mean, they're all in with Matthew Stafford at the age. But that's the one thing that does make me nervous. Matthew Stafford at that age, he's taken so many hits in his life. What happens when he takes the wrong one? He's gonna fight through it. We know that, but like, what if he gets one that's unplayable?
He was getting.
And then it's Ty Simpson.
For years.
So, I for the Rams, it's a health. Can they stay healthy? because if they can, they're going to be right in the mix. And then the reason we started with the NFC West was the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks win the division, win the Super Bowl. And I do agree with Bryce. The NFC Championship game was the Super Bowl. But they secured Jackson Smith and Jigba, their number one, to a long-term deal. Re-signed some special teamers. They really didn't do a whole lot of adding. They did draft a running back, Jadavion Price, I believe is his name, at the last pick of the first, to replace their number one departure, Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker, if you didn't know. Reek Woolen signs with the Eagles, Boye Mafe goes to the Bengals, and Kobe Bryant goes to the Bears. And Kobe Durant is also on the Cowboys. I don't know, he's not listed. He's the same as the last three of those. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you win the Super Bowl. You're going to lose some players. They're going to play good down the stretch, and they're going to go make some money on new teams. Seattle's got some people to pay. Smith and Jigba was one of them. I mean, this team's loaded as well. I know they lost a few, but running back, a position you can replace pretty quick in this league. Yeah, their secondary took some hit. Reek Woolen, Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Durant are all not there. We'll see what they can get in the back end of the secondary. But this team dominated people last year. And as good as the Rams were last year, they beat them both times. So this is still the team to beat in the NFL to me.
Yeah, I'll go. This team, they just didn't really add anybody. And I get it. It's a Super Bowl. You said that. I didn't think that they were like the best team last year, but they played the best football. They didn't turn the ball over. They ran teams down, scored when they needed to, and they just outplayed people. Even though, I thought the Rams were head and shoulders a better team last year, they outplayed them twice. And you can argue the first game they didn't outplay them. That was an insane play at the goal line. I don't know if you guys remember that, throwing it off the helmet. It was a backwards lateral touchdown. But, yeah, losing the secondary, I think that's going to be a big issue, but it's really hard to go back-to-back in this league. I think, 2 or 3 teams have ever done it. And they already got their Super Bowl. I'm sure they'll be a great team again. I can't see them beating the Rams this year.
Yeah, this team, I mean, my problem with it, they lost a lot on the back end of defense and their defense. Their defense was a staple point. And they ran the ball well. Sam Darnold somehow played really well throughout the whole year. So that's 2 years in a row. Can he do it a third year? I mean, he can. He's now proven it to me. I think you losing Kenneth Walker is a big loss. Yeah, I know you can replace him, but Shaq Charbonnet, their backup, he's still hurt, come back from injury and stuff. So there's a lot of things for this team to have to replace. They still got a lot of good core pieces. I just think they took a step back by letting the defensive players go. They they drafted some guys, but they just didn't replace them with studs. And maybe they're developed pretty well. I think they're still going to be good. They're still one of the top teams in the league. I just don't think I think they're the step below the Rams, in my opinion. Just like Bryce said, that's just my point.
All right. Before we jump to the AFC West, we're going to give our standings predictions for these teams. Who wants to go first?
I'll go. Go ahead, Bryce.
Roy. Okay, go ahead, Bryce.
I have the Rams, Seahawks, Niners, and Cardinals.
All right.
That's how I have it. Rams, Seahawks, Niners, and Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going to do the same, except I'm going to flip the Rams and the Seahawks. Guys, got to see it. Got to see the number one team go down before I switch. So, but I mean, I think everyone will have the Niners and the Cardinals third and fourth. So,
and I really think, all three teams. Arizona won't. All three teams will make the playoffs. There are three good teams. You just have three really good teams in a division.
It just sucks that they beat up on each other, so it always gives a chance for a wild card team to sneak one.
True.
Game. But I would agree. If I had to put money on it, I would put all three in the playoffs as well. All right, let's go to the West.
The AFC West.
AFC West. Oh, well, I guess we were on the West. You're right. Roy, you're up.
All right, AFC West. The fourth place team was the Las Vegas Raiders. The Vegas Raiders, re-signed Eric Stokes, bringing back defensive Malcolm Kuntz, and staff changes, and they've had alongside key staff changes and draft preparations, building depth and trenches. Transaction roster changes, like I said, with Kuntz, special team depth, and adding physical team. I guess I'll go further with the Raiders. Um, they're not. I mean, they won some games last year.
They did.
I'll give them that. I really thought they would be. I mean, I don't think they have a great quarterback. I don't think they. I mean, they have some good pieces, but they don't have any superstars, in my opinion, to just come
They
in
got the
there.
number one overall pick, Fernando
Oh, God.
Mendoza.
Yeah, I come on. He's gonna be a rookie. This team is still rebuilding. I think they're still trying to figure things out. They just once they get it, who's the coach? It's still what's his name from last year. Their
Pete
coach,
Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
And, and
No.
so no, he got
No.
fired, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's who this year?
I have no idea.
I know. I just can't think.
Yeah, Pete Carroll got let go. I thought
Clint Kubiak, Seahawks
that's right.
offense coordinator.
So it's another year. I mean, Davis as an owner is a joke. I just don't like. I mean, it's always been that way. I
He's a
they're,
funny
they're
looking guy.
yeah. I think this team, they're in Vegas now. They're going to make money no matter what. So, they're
Great.
just going to be one. They're just going to be an average football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. Is Fernando expected to be the starter?
No, it looks like Kirk Cousins is going to be the guy week 1.
I figured. This has to be the cringiest team I've ever seen. I don't know if you saw like the Step Brothers thing or whatever they did with Fernando and Kirk. That is some of the. I mean, there's just no swagger in the locker room. Max Crosby has it all, and I don't know what they did, but they blew the trade with the Ravens, and then he stayed. I thought they should have traded him, get some pieces back. Like, I don't think they're in any position to win. They're gonna waste out Max Crosby's career. I just hate this team right now. I really wanted Crosby to go to the Bears. I would have even liked to see him on the Ravens. I thought that would have been cool, but failed the physical or whatever happened and then disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, they had the number 1 pick. They took the guy, Fernando Mendoza. They still have Ashton Genty, who can be a stud. They had the worst offensive line football last year. They had Geno Smith at the helm, who, even though I don't think Geno Smith is very good at this point, he had the worst offensive line football. It's hard to be a good quarterback when you can't sit there. They ain't got much at receiver. Devontae Adams is no longer there. Henry Ruggs is still in prison, so he's not there. That was for you, Bryce.
Gosh,
Um,
bring it. Jeez, that was
but
like
no, I
5 years
I
ago.
like the head coach they hired, Kubiak. I knew they hired someone, but my mind was blank. But yeah, Kubiak. I mean, we looked at how good Seattle was last year offensively. I like the hire. Will it work? We'll see. They need more time. They're horrendous up front. But I'm gonna be honest. Max Crosby will not finish the season on this team. I'm
No.
telling you, he's going to be in Dallas. I just know it. I know Jerry's going to.
Oh God, you two. He'll
I
end
really
up
do.
in.
I really think Jerry's going to give him a first-round pick for him.
I think he'll end up in like Buffalo or somewhere because they need defense.
Who will have a better pick, Dallas or Buffalo?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Whoever's
it
worse.
it'd probably be Dallas, but
All right, well,
I'm
then you
just
go in Dallas. No, I really do think he doesn't finish the season there, though. So I kind of take that part. But that might give them extra picks next year. Probably a first-round pick at least, I'd say. So it's the future for the Raiders. But, Mendoza and Genty, I don't think they have any young wide receivers they drafted. My mind's blank.
they have the new Naylor. Naylor got moved over there from Minnesota,
Yeah.
and then basically Bauer is there. Brock Bauer's about all they got.
Okay, yeah. So Bowers, Mendoza, and Genty. I mean, hopefully, as a Raiders fan, they can take some steps. I mean, that'd be exciting. I mean, they have 3 of the better positions to get young: quarterback, running back, and tight end. So if they can fill out an offense line, some wideouts you can sign. I mean, that could be a pretty good offense in the future. So, all right, Bryce.
And coming in third, the Kansas City Chiefs. They signed Kenneth Walker, re-signed Travis Kelce, returned Tyquan Thornton, and they also released Jawan Taylor. They also traded Trent McDuffie to the Los Angeles Rams. Rams. Just
Yep.
it's studs. This team, they had their run. I think that it's kind of over for them. We saw Travis Kelce not have a great last year, and honestly, the year before that, he really didn't have a good year to the playoffs. I think a lot of the players on this team are tired. They don't play well throughout the season. We saw it 2 years ago. They kind of expected to make the playoffs and then turned it on in the playoffs. Got some calls go their way. Then this year, I think they kind of tried to do the same thing. Didn't work out. I just think that it's kind of past their time, and some of their stars are fizzling out the rest of their career, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll go next. I think the Chiefs are in a transition. I agree with Bryce. They had their run with that squad, and I think they're fizzling out. They're making some moves, trading some players. They're getting younger. Last year they had so many off the field noise with that Rashid Rice situation. Missed half the year because of suspension. Their offensive line really has not been good the last few years. Kelsey's getting old. Tyreek Hill left. They've had so many transitions out of that true, 3 or 4 year window where they were just dominant of everyone. And they're probably, I'm not saying they need to rebuild because they don't. They have Patrick Mahomes. They have a good defense still. They still have Andy Reid for now. I don't know how long he'll be there. But I think they might need a year or two to not be as dominant, get some better draft picks, get some better players, make a free agent signing, and then they can get right back where they were if Mahomes and Reid are still there. As long as those two are there, I still think they can be competitive because I think they're so excellent together. But I mean, yeah, they need to retool. I won't say rebuild, but they need to retool a little bit, and it takes a year or two to do that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, all they need to do is retool. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is 30 years old. I mean, he's got plenty of career left. He's going to come this year. He'll probably struggle because he's coming off an ACL tear. I mean, that's they are getting younger. They're not the team. I mean, they had so many veterans and great players at every position, every level of position, that they were so dominant. Now, I mean, yeah, Travis Kelce's getting old. They still got young receivers. I mean, Rashid Rice is a stud, but he does stupid things off the field and on the field. So Xavier Worthy's, I think, got speed out the ass, but Kenneth Walker will be a good addition. I mean, it seems like any running back they throw in and Andy Reid has a good running back. It doesn't really matter who they throw in there. So, but he's got talent. I mean, this team, the defense took some step backs by losing some players. They got some younger guys. They need to get better up front, both on and defense and offense. That's been their weakness for the last several years. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been drilled the last 2 years offensively, and defensively they haven't been able to stop the run sometimes like they used to. Chris Jones is getting old. They're all just getting older, and they just haven't done anything to take that next step. And so, I mean, but it costs money, and that's the thing. That their offensive line was good there's a year, and then they shipped at least one to the Bears. They shipped another one. It's just money costs things, and that's where you get to that point. You win those championships, you get so good. Well, guess what? Money ends up being everybody wants the money.
Yep.
And there you go.
And that's exactly what happened to Seattle this year. All those defensive guys really had good years last year, and they cashed in as they should.
You got to as a player.
But that's football. It goes and flows. So that's how.
I don't blame them. I don't blame at all.
Second place in the AFC West.
I'll go with this one. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do the Chargers since it's the best coach in football. The second place team was the Los Angeles Chargers. They lost in the wild card to the New England Patriots.
Best coach in football didn't even win a playoff game.
Hey, best coach in football. Took a team that wasn't doing anything. I don't know what is this saying. Players they got.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot on them. I'm gonna be honest, so I just threw together a few guys.
I mean, I'm looking through them. They got. I mean,
David
Njoku.
Center. Keaton Mitchell, speedster running back. Dalvin Tomlinson, guard. That's not who I was thinking of.
D-line.
Yeah, that's not the guy I was thinking of. I think it's.
All right. Keaton Mitchell. I mean, Alec Ingold, fullback. I mean, Tomlinson, defensive, whatever. So this team is Jim Harbaugh is doing exactly what he does anywhere he goes. He builds the trenches first. He's still got a good quarterback in Justin Herbert. He's got a good running. They'll have a good running game. It'll be interesting this year because they got Michael McDaniels as their offensive coordinator, and that guy just somehow he can score points. I'll give him that. We'll just see how that all works. They lose Jesse Minter, probably one a great defensive mind to as a defensive coordinator. So that'll be interesting how that all works. But Jim Harbaugh will have a good year. I mean, they always seem to be, one of the better teams, well coached teams, and as long as they can stay from getting injured, that was their problem last year. They had so many injuries. Even Justin Herbert was hurt most of the year. Lad McConkey was hurt most of the year. He sucked during fantasy football for me.
You're fucking
Um,
kidding me.
so if they can keep these guys healthy, this team can be very good very good this year in the division.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly don't have a whole lot to say. They didn't make a whole lot of moves. They still have Justin Herbert, who makes out with his girlfriend on the sidelines all day.
I was going to mention that.
I mean,
Sitting
I
in
mean,
practice.
I'll be honest, I don't blame the guy. Like, good for him, but like, still.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, they didn't make a lot of moves. They seem so average to me. Their wide receiver core is getting older. I think Keenan Allen is still there, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Keenan Allen's not there anymore.
Not there anymore? Okay, so we signed
No.
a one-year deal. So who do they have out at receiver other than Ladd?
I don't know.
Look.
What's that? Keyshawn or whatever the guy that dropped everything.
Quentin Johnson.
So the receiver wise, they got Hampton. Hampton's a running back and Vidal, and then they got Quentin Johnson, Trey Harris, Ladd McConkey, and Brennan Thompson.
Yeah, I just think this team, they're going to have to get creative. They're going to run the ball a lot. They don't have a whole lot out there at receiver right now. Ladd McConkey is a good slot receiver, can be a good slot receiver. Definitely not an outside X. He's just not big enough. It looks like Roy's right. They're trying to go through the trenches and run the ball, which will save Justin Herbert some shots. I agree. Team is like a fringe wild card team to me right now. I just don't know if they get down, do they really have enough explosiveness to get back into a game, and it worries me.
You still got Justin Herbert, who can throw the ball. So that guy can throw the ball anywhere.
He's throwing to Bryce.
He doesn't have any receivers.
I mean, Trey Harris I thought was decent last year. Quentin Johnson, not so much, but.
And I agree, Justin Herbert is a good quarterback, but at some point he does have to take some of the blame. They haven't won anything since he's been there, and he's still considered a top 5 quarterback by people, and he just isn't anymore.
Top 5.
Until he starts
That's a tough call.
But I kind of like the addition of Mike McDaniel because he's such a offensive guru, in my opinion. He's a nerd. I don't think he ever should have been a head coach. He doesn't have that, Jim Harbaugh has it. He's going to make sure his players are doing what they need to do. I don't think Mike McDaniel ever had that. I think he was more of a friend. But I'm excited to see how it's going to work because Jim Harbaugh is just kind of a run it down their throats, hit your open guys. Mike McDaniel's not like that, so I don't know how it's going to mesh.
Yeah, it will be interesting.
I agree. This team's I think they'll be kind of middle of the pack all year. They'll win games you don't expect them to, but they'll lose games you expect them to win.
Yeah. Bryce, you want to take the last one?
Sure. And in first place, the Denver Broncos lost in the AFC Championship to New England in that snow-out game. It was like 7-3, horrible game to watch. They key signing head coach Sean Payton to 5-year contract extension. Alex Singleton to a 2-year, linebacker Justin Sternad to 3 years, and some other managing ones. Let's see who else they bring back. Retained internal depth by signing players like running back McLaughlin, tight end Lucas Krull, fullback Adam Prentice, wide receiver Lil Jordan Humphrey. Is that really his name?
Yeah, he's been in the league for a while. Lil Jordan Humphrey.
This team, I know it's your fiance's favorite team. They gotta be the most boring team in the NFL to watch, in my opinion. I mean, their defense is awesome. I love watching their defense. But their offense, there's hardly any explosiveness. shoot, what's their quarterback's name? I'm blanking on.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. I think he's similar to Brock Purdy, but he puts his head down a little more, can get you more on the ground. He's a game manager, and I just don't think they have the explosive players. But they're going to win games because their defense is unbelievable. It's just they're so boring to watch.
See, I think the opposite. I think Bo Nix is just he can make plays. He's just great. He just goes around. The problem last year they couldn't run the ball very well. That was a big problem. J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey couldn't stay healthy. They are healthy this year. Bo Nix, he got hurt in that in a AFC Championship game. They had to go with Jarrett Stidham, whatever his name. So I think this defense is just, one of the best in the NFL. So they're going to keep him in games. Bo Nix will probably take another step. He's just, I think he's 26 years old or something like that. He's a freaking as an older quarterback. He played so many years in the college. This team's got, they got Waddle, they got Sutton, they got guys to throw to, Evan Ingram to throw to. This team's just they're going to be good. They're the best team in that division. Sean Payton is truly one of the better coaches in the league. This AFC West has 3 of the best coaches in the league, and that's just crazy to all in one division. And it'll be a battle. It's hard to play in Denver, but this team's probably going to go to the AFC. Has a chance to go to the AFC Championship again. If Bo Nix can take that next step.
Yeah, I agree with you, Roy. I think this team's really good. I love the addition of Jalen Waddle. You've got Cortland Sutton out there, a bigger-bodied receiver. They've got Evan Ingram there in tight end, a little bit of a bigger body. And then you add in an absolute speedster in Jalen Waddle. That should back the defense up a little bit. That should help Cortland Sutton hit a couple end routes. Their defense is so good. Pat Surtain's one of the top 2 corners in the league, honestly. Probably number 1, but you can debate it. And they really didn't lose a whole lot. I truly do think they're playing in the Super Bowl if Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle in the divisional round. The last play. It would have been close because New England had a good defense and they were playing well at that time, but I just think Denver's offense. And, let's be real. You lose your starting quarterback going into the conference championship. It's a gut punch. It just is. If you feel like you got to play perfect, Stidham hadn't played all year. It's just tough to do.
And then they play in a game where you can't even throw the ball.
Yeah.
You can't even see 5 yards down the field.
And they couldn't run the ball, like Roy said, a lick. And in snow games, guess what you got to do? You got to run the ball. You just have to. But I expect this team, personally, I think they're the best team in the division. I think they're the most well-rounded. I think they're the best coached. Even though I think Andy Reid's a better coach, I think they're a better coach for this season. And I think it's their division to lose. All right, standings. I'll go first on this one since I went last time. I do have the Raiders in last. I just don't know when Patrick Mahomes is going to be back. But they do have.
He started the year. Patrick Mahomes is practicing now.
Starting the first.
Yeah,
the backup is right.
I know. I'm gonna be honest. They can say that. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is starting week 1. They can say
he's out there practicing.
Hopefully he doesn't. I'd love to see Justin Fields take this team to a Super Bowl.
I'm not saying he'd play the whole year. I'm saying he'd play 1 or 2 weeks or something.
He'll outplay Patrick Mahomes.
But I'm going to go Chiefs in third. I'm going to do the same. Chargers in second, Denver in first. I could flip-flop Denver or the Chiefs and Chargers if the Chiefs play decent with an easier schedule. But I just trust the Chargers to win just a few more games, honestly. And I think Denver is going to take the division.
I am going to have the same as you, but I am going to flip the Chiefs and Chargers. I'll have the Chargers in third. It's better than the Chargers.
I have it the way Josh has. I have Denver, Chargers, KC, and the Raiders. I just think they can't see he's getting older, but I think the defense of both Denver and Chargers and the little offense they can produce will win them all ball games.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I really have anything else for football. Do you guys?
No.
All right. I think. What do you guys want to do? North or South next week?
Let's do North. We'll do South.
South it is. All right.
AFC South next week.
NFC and AFC South. All right, that's going to take us to baseball, and we're not going to go over the standings. We've been
Because
doing
they're
that all
pretty
year.
much about done. I mean,
Yeah.
we know who
Um,
the teams are.
there's just a few things I'll point out. The Houston Astros are on an absolute roll. I know they've lost 2 straight, but they're back over 500. They've really done well this month, or this past month. The Dodgers have just fallen into a shithole. It happens in baseball. Um, yeah, it happens.
They
I mean,
lost 3 before they lost to the
yeah.
got swept by the Cubs.
And the Tampa Bay Rays have caught lightning in a bottle again, and I mean they just can't lose. It's incredible. I've really started to deep dive some stats at the Tampa Bay Rays. One of the most fascinating seasons I've ever seen. They have like the worst barrel percentage in the last like 15 years of a team that has this much of a winning percentage. They just don't hit the ball hard. They just find holes everywhere. It's incredible. And they play one of the worst defense in the league. You think, oh, you play really good defense, you find some holes, you win 2-1. Nope, they play like the worst defense in the sport. Just incredible.
The Braves are starting to play better.
Central, and
The
then
Braves
AL
are starting to
Central,
play
the
better.
Detroit Tigers have jumped up to second.
I
That's about
saw
all I
that.
got.
Yeah, I was going to mention the Detroit Tigers. They moved second. Got rid of. I mean, they kind of just going to go for it. They're like, screw it, we're going to make playoffs. Atlanta Braves are back on their winning streak. They're starting to get healthy. They're starting to win ball games, pitching better. And the Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, they just keep finding a way. I mean, 6-4 in the last 3. They're finding ways to win. They're getting even though the Dodgers are hurt and everything, they're still playing. But they're still got a pretty good winning winning that division. But it's a pretty That's some good. We're starting to find the teams that are going to get hot. This is where if you get hot going into playoffs, you can make a run. So just got to start doing it.
I will talk about our game. Bryce, I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Oh, I have.
You had the lead for like one day.
I know. I'm back on, babe.
I mean, we're tied. Everyone, we're all within what 6 games? Yeah. Roy has the lead, 367. I'm in second at 362, 5 back of Roy, and Bryce is 1 back of me, 6 back of Roy. So we're in the thick of it. The Dodgers haven't won since we last talked, so that's nice. My teams have been ice cold. I'm iced right now. All my teams have been.
Cubs, Astros, and Braves all on fire right now.
And the Giants won like 5 of their last 10, so they've been decent. Yeah.
The Cubs just won their 8th straight road series. It's the longest streak since 1912 for the Cubs.
But I don't want to forget, we do have some predictions for awards that will go into our points, so we have that as well. Okay, I don't think I have anything else for baseball, really. I just kind of want to go over a little of the teams and then our game because it was getting tight. You guys got anything?
Nope.
All right. Miscellaneous, anyone got games other than me? I got a quick one, so.
Bryce, you doing your game?
We can do mine if you guys want. We got time today.
Yeah, I got time. Go ahead.
All right. So, if you're new to listening, my game is we all just say a random athlete, and our goal is to try and say the same athlete. You can't say the same guy twice though. So everybody get an athlete in your mind.
Okay.
Got it.
I got it. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Matthew
Bo
Stafford.
Nix.
Ooh.
We're all on football, and we're all.
What'd you say,
quarterbacks.
Bryce?
I said Baker Mayfield.
Okay, I didn't hear.
We can't repeat. Baker.
I didn't hear what you
Bo,
said. What'd you say, Josh?
Stafford.
Stafford. Okay, because
I think there's a guy we go here.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Baker,
Hold on.
Bo, Stafford. I mean, I don't
There's a
know.
guy I'm thinking. I think he's the clear answer.
Okay.
You don't have it?
I mean, there's just a few. I mean, I have one of them, but
I got a guy, but I don't know if because these 3 are so spread apart.
yeah, I think I know what you're trying to say, Bryce, but I still think this could go a lot of ways.
All right, you guys got a guy?
I'm gonna say one. We'll see where you guys are at.
Yep.
All right, ready? 3, 2,
2.
1.
Josh
Patrick
Allen.
Mahomes.
Who'd you say, Bryce?
He said Sam Don. I was going to say him, and I was like, wait, I don't think they're going that way.
I was going to say Patrick Mahomes, but then when Bryce started talking, I thought he was going to say Josh Allen because he thinks he's the best. That's why I went, okay, so all right, hold on. We said Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Sam Darnold.
I got one
I think there's
that I think I got a guy. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking along Bryce's
I don't
line.
think we're gonna
So
get.
I think there's
I
a
will
guy.
probably somebody.
We said 3 really good quarterbacks. I think there's a guy to go to.
I got a guy that I'm is going along your long Bryce's line. So here we go. Got one, Josh?
No.
Think of who's missing out of those 3, Josh.
Gosh,
Oh wait, you're trying to take your
okay,
3.
I got one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with my guy.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Lamar
Brock
Jackson.
Purdy. You guys said
Who'd you say, Bryce?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That's who you said?
Okay. We've been
So
naming a lot of quarterbacks. Let's reel it in.
Gosh. See, because I was going along because Bryce had just did Darnold. I thought he's going
There's
in.
one guy missing that we should be able to get.
One guy you guys are missing. Gosh dang it. Let me see. Look at this for a minute. Who am I missing? That could be really.
I think
We're
there's
talking
one guy.
a top quarterback.
I think there's one being left out of the combo.
I got one.
All right, you got one, Josh.
Yep.
All right, 3,
2,
2, 1.
Dak Prescott.
Joe Burrow.
Oh. I didn't
Who'd
even
you
think
say,
of
Josh?
Joe Burrow. Dak.
He said
I
Dak
didn't think of
Prescott.
Burrow at all.
I was
Sorry.
thinking you said top, so I was like, the only one I can think of.
Here, sorry, I forget he even plays in the NFL. And he's got one of the ugliest girlfriends I've ever seen.
All right, so let's guess. So you went.
Hey, based off what we just said, think about a little bit of a change. I think we can get something.
What's a little bit of a change?
I don't know where to go from there.
Well, I was trying to think. Wow. Where to go from there? You-
I got a guy. I like how you guys are saying him.
I'm going to go with this guy. I don't think you'll say him, though.
All right, let's do it.
All right, ready?
Hold
Yep.
on. All right. Yeah, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Jamar
Jalen
Chase.
Hurts.
Did you guys both say Jalen Hurts?
No, I said Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I thought Jalen Hurts. I said, first of all, he's awful, but oh, wow.
Who'd you say, Josh?
Or I said Jamar Chase.
Oh, so now we went off quarterback.
Well, you guys both said Bengals, so then I went to a Bengals star.
Oh. So I didn't even think of that. I got a guy that I know that. Well,
We're
I'm
not
just.
getting another quarterback to go. There's no way. We said too many of them.
There's only fucking 32.
I'm gonna name one I'm sorry. I'm gonna name one guy that I mean
I got one.
I mean I don't the only I mean I figure at some point he's gonna say this name, so I'm gonna say it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Caleb Williams.
There we go.
I knew that's what
Biggest back in the league.
at some point he was gonna say it.
Yeah. All right. I have a game. Super simple. I have a player. It's a guess the player. You got 20 guesses. You can go through it. We don't need to sit here too long. You guys can talk about yourselves. I've got a player in a sport. That's all I'm going to say. You've got to get to him. You've got 20 questions, and I will count. Go ahead.
But we need to figure out the sport. So
Go ahead.
is it baseball?
Yes.
Is it? Does he play in the American League?
No.
Is this player still playing?
Yes.
Does he play in the NL East?
Yes.
Oh, named it to 5. Does this player play on a team with a winning record?
No.
So narrows it down to 3.
You're at 5 guesses. Number 20 has to be your final guess if you haven't gotten it.
Is the
Is this player? Wait. That narrows it down to 2 teams, Roy.
yeah? We're down to 2 teams. Yes. Sorry, I forgot. I see him.
All right, let's go with the Mets.
Yes.
Is he an infielder?
Yes. Do you guys looking at rosters?
No.
I just said the team.
I look at the teams.
I would say that is so cheating if you're looking at rosters.
So infield. So we start naming players because I can name the 3
I doubt
infielders.
it's Frankie. I doubt it's.
I bet it's Bo Bichette.
No.
Oh.
Who's their second baseman, Roy? Is it
Simeon.
Frankie?
Marcus Simeon's their second baseman. Their first baseman is God, what is his name? What is his name? Something like Young. Is it Young? I think that's his name. Well, I just watched the game the other night. I thought it was like some Young.
Let's go Marcus Simeon.
Marcus Simeon is correct. You were so off on that first baseman's name, though.
Who's the first baseman?
Well, when healthy, Jorge Polanco.
I know, but I just watched the game the other night. It was some guy named Young.
Oh, that might be who's playing, but that's not their first baseman.
Okay, I'm just saying. I just watched their game the other night, so I was like, wait
I
a
was
minute.
hoping you guys wouldn't get there as fast. You guys really didn't get to know the entire way.
Hey, it happens.
That was the only no, I think.
I think the only one you got no was in AL, and it was a 50-50.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's all I got. I want to keep it short this week, so give you guys a little trivia. All right.
All right.
Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next week. Peace.